Let's say we go to Kabani. I think that
Yes.
a very good setup.
I love it.
Yeah. So now that you have mentioned the motherland, have you ever thought of probably setting base here in Africa? Now that
I think
we have several celebrities from the US who have now come here in Kenya.
And bought here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely would buy here in a heartbeat. I got a 12-year-old and my son is 10 next week. I definitely, not in terms of raising them completely here, but I definitely would have a base here.
Do you see a future in terms of you coming back here, trying to do some sort of movies? And if so, what type of stories will you want to tell from the African continent?
Ooh, that's awesome. Great question.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's a dream now of mine to do a movie here. I've done
Good
a movie
afternoon,
here.
ladies and gentlemen. It is another opportunity that we get to speak to the one and only Omari Hardwick, all the way from Hollywood. He is in Kenya. We want to find out a little bit about him, what he is here to do, as we chat the way forward for the few days that he's going to be in the country. Dada, welcome to Mpasho.
Asante, brother.
Yes. You landed here yesterday. I just want to find out a quick one. How has your stay been so far?
I know it's been quick. It included, first of all, thank you for having me. Thank you, all of my fans here in Kenya. Pretty amazing to be able to experience the love that I experienced getting off the plane.
Yeah.
Set everything in motion. A quick hangout in the shower to clean up, and then shot to a dinner for that Stephen Jennings was hosting, of course. No stranger in name. He is the curator of Tatu City and developing so much more here. That was amazing. It was one of the greatest dinners I've ever been a part of, just because everyone there was about love.
Yes.
All probably from our own effed up normal upbringings. Everybody has an effed up normal upbringing.
Yeah.
And are trying to figure out the breaks and the cracks in us, but while trying to get our roses to grow through those cracks, that dinner was really an attempt to build and aid each other's roses at sprouting even more. And I'm in town to commit to that which I had committed to a long time ago. How old are you, brother?
30.
You're 30.
Yes.
About 35 years old. I remember thinking. First of all, I don't think most men on earth kind of know what they're doing until about 35. I think women probably around 28, they figured out. That doesn't exclude you being an old soul and a mature 30-year-old. But about 35, you'll remember that I said that.
Yes.
At about 35 years old, I started to understand the purpose a bit more of what God had given me in a call of being an artist to do.
Yes.
And the purpose of doing more was, for me, not necessarily something that I wanted to do in a very myopic, monolithic, relegated to America and to American black people and or Latin American brown people kind of way.
Yes.
I always felt drawn to the motherland. And globally, I could hear God saying years ago, about 35 years old, I heard God say, your mission on this earth is to make the world smaller. You have to make the world smaller. And I heard God say it a lot, and it kept being louder and louder. And the more my microphone got bigger, and the more my stage got bigger, and the more power grew. And I mean the title show power, but also my power was growing.
Yes.
I kept hearing God say it more, and so within the first freaking 12 to 16 hours of being here, that's been apparent to me that I will be here with partners who think like me, who love like me, and who live like me in terms of how they operate and how they treat, the person who's the king and the queen. They treat the same way that they treat the person who drives the king and the queen. Or the homeless person they walk by en route to the king and the queen. I've always been that kid. And as a man with that personality, there's no better place than Kenya to sink my fingers in and give job opportunity, give artists opportunity to make more movies, give musicians more opportunity to stand on stage and rock out. I'm gonna bring a lot of stuff here, bro. I'm committing to a lot of growth here that Omari Hardwick will bring, again, with these phenomenal human beings who I'll partner with. And then I had a bicycle ride this morning in the mud in Tatu City and over through the coffee estates to the Oaklands, into those fields, and realizing that dinner last night just was more more of that today on the bike ride. So it's been amazing. I can't imagine what's going to happen from here out.
Yeah.
I'll be here for 4 more days.
So probably now that you have mentioned the motherland, have you ever thought of probably setting base here in Africa? Now that
I think
we have several celebrities from the US who have now come here in Kenya.
And bought here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely would buy here in a heartbeat. I got a 12-year-old and my son is 10 next week. I definitely, not in terms of raising them completely here, but I definitely would have a base here for sure. And I'm excited about it. I'm not big on coming to a city and even hanging out at the hotel that I'm at when I come to a city or a country or a continent.
Yes.
Let alone setting up roots here. I don't know how I could state that I'm going to partner with these people in aid and young brethren and sisters getting opportunity, particularly people who look like you and I in Africa. I'm not going to do that without having some kind of home base here.
Yeah.
So I'll do it. You got to tell me where to buy. Make sure find me the realtor.
The director will have to advise on how to
find me the realtor. Find me everything. Then you come back do that interview. Then you do that interview from my house when we do that. You telling me where to be? Yes.
Let's say we go to Kabani. I think
yes.
A very good setup.
I love it.
Yeah. So
I love it.
Here in Kenya, for the opportunity, now that you are establishing a business here, the partnership, do you see a future in terms of you coming back here, trying to do some sort of movies? And if so, what type of stories will you want to tell from the African continent?
Ooh, that's awesome. Great question.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's a dream now of mine to do a movie here. I've done a movie in South Africa. Many movies get done in South Africa, as you know.
Yeah.
Nigeria is always, there are Nigerian men and women who have asked me to come and do movies in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And as you know, you're a Power fan, yeah? You know Rotimi, who played Dre?
Yes.
He is from Nigeria.
Yeah.
And so
he's even married from here, Tanzania.
Yes.
Yes. Just a few kilometers from
yes.
here.
Yes. So Rotimi has always asked me. He's from, he was raised in Jersey, but his parents are very much Nigerian. And so we've talked, even Rotimi and I've talked about doing movies in Africa together. The kinds of movies I would want to do, stories that are here.
Yeah.
I want to do stories that are not. I want to tell stories, historical stories that are related to and or pertaining to the fight here, the struggle here, and those stories can be seen and can be made now that I'm here. I would imagine with my stature in life, man. I used to live in a car, and now you're asking me that question. So think about it, bro. Yeah. Absolutely. That's the story that needs to be told. The story of journey for certain people. So you got to give me some books. That's something that I need. I talked to Stephen Jennings today on the bike ride about that. I need some books about great people who you feel like I could either portray or that I could produce the story of. Yeah. I need your help with that.
Yeah, I think we'll find a couple before this time ends.
And
service you some of the greatest.
I love it.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So I think from yesterday, once you landed at the airport, some of the comments were people expecting that probably you guys could come to Kenya, the power crew, Tommy, they were talking about Tariq, you now, Ghost, you're here. Think about, can this guy think of giving us an African tour? Because now power was a hit over here in Africa.
Huge.
Yes, and they are seeing you in Kenya.
Yeah.
Think that, why can this crew come, all of it, and do some sort of tour here?
All of it? You mean all of us?
Yeah.
I'd have to, this is the crazy thing.
Yeah.
There's but only some people from my original show or the original show that 50 and Courtney created that I speak to. And not from my desire, but Notori and I still speak. Enrique Marciano, who played Lobos. Yeah. Obviously Joseph and I still speak. Rotimi and I still speak. Yeah. I text with 50 when I can, but I would have to, it's been a long time since I've talked to Tariq, and he was like a son to me. Not Tariq, but Michael Rainey Jr. Yeah. So I would have to reach out to them, and that would be pretty amazing if we as a reunion came back here and hung. Yeah. Yeah, that would be pretty special. Yeah. Make sure that you DM all of them. Yeah. And ask them.
Sure, we will. We'll find out.
I'll find out if you do or not.
Does the character Ghost relate to any aspect of your life? from that particular movie. Now you're in Kenya. We told people that we will be opening a HQ house here. Then people start thinking about
truth.
Yeah. Any correlation?
Yeah, definite correlation.
Yeah.
I've always been of entrepreneurship in spirit. I think it has not been necessarily maybe seen as much because I was an athlete artist, right? And I've put food on the table, as you know, for 21 years now as a artist.
Yeah.
And an athlete is an artist equally. So that business acumen of mine, and I don't claim to know much of anything. I don't ever think I'm the smartest person at the table. I think I'm pretty good at reading people at the table.
Yeah.
And I think I know what I don't know. And so I know how to get somebody to aid me at learning what I don't know.
Yeah.
And so I think that was Ghost. Ghost was sharp as a tack. I do understand I have a sharpness.
Yeah.
I do get that I feel secure. I feel superior.
Yeah.
But I equally feel inferior, I think, at the same time, which is a kind of weird mix.
Yeah.
I often feel inferior, but I never don't feel superior. So that was kind of Ghost.
Yeah.
As soon as you felt he was a Superman or a superhero, the next moment you felt like he was an 8-year-old boy in Queens trying to figure out life with a white boy next to him.
Yeah.
Played by Joseph Shakur. So I think there's Omari in that guy, but there's also this spirit of opening opportunities, whether it be a nightclub called Truth, whether it be a privatized membership-only space of thinking and work can be done and enterprise can be done, called HQ. Impact matters probably more to Omari. I think Ghost didn't care as much about impact. I think Ghost was more about, let me just get it popping.
Yeah.
And if people feel his impact, so be it. But I think Omari is definitely about the people feeling their own opportunity.
Yeah.
And once they become impactful to other people, that makes me happy. So, but I relate to a whole bunch of him. I couldn't play him if I didn't.
Sure. So how is, as we say now, probably, what is in store for Kenyans? Then
you cool, bro. I'll always take care of him. I'm Ghost, bro. I'll always take, hey, brother. Because I'll do every interview. I won't leave any of y'all short.
Yeah.
Trust me, okay, bro? I got you.
Okay.
But I do respect you doing your job. I really respect it.
Yeah, sure.
But the problem is you got my guy continuing to turn and look at you. And I need my guy here with me. But Asante.
Yeah. Thank you.
I appreciate you, bro. I do.
Sure. So the question was in terms of what is in store for what you're working on right now in terms of movies, music, and all that.
Yes. So a lot of the music will be heard tonight. Yeah. Because we'll be playing my music tonight.
Nice.
So that'll be really cool. I got nominated for a Grammy recently, which was crazy. Yeah. Because I don't use music to put food on the table, and yet there's many people who felt like I should have been nominated for my portrayal of Ghost. And I did, in terms of being nominated for an NAACP Image Award, right? 3 times I won. And so, and that comes from your people. So obviously I'm beyond proud of that. But there's never been an Emmy nom or a Golden Globe nom or an obviously I've never been nominated for an Oscar. So to be Grammy nominated on first album out, that's crazy. So because of that, it's given me more leverage. I ask my 12 and 10-year-old every morning, I say, if not every morning, every week, I do say, I ask them, what are people fighting for most in life? And they go, leverage, Papa. Because I've told them so much. People want leverage. He has the leverage over you because he's able to tell you got to rock it out. But people are fighting for leverage all the time. So I think for me, I needed leverage. So I'm now exec producing most of what I'm doing. I needed leverage. I learned that on these prior jobs. I had no leverage. I was simply the actor. So now I'm a producer on everything. The next job up, I'm not a producer on. So I can't say everything, but I'm playing, but my dearest brother, Michael B. Jordan, who's been a brother of mine forever, he actually is exec producing a job that I'm doing with Ben Watkins and Amazon, and I'm playing Muhammad Ali's father.
Nice.
So I start 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks, which will be amazing. And then April 12th, so more like almost a month from now. And then myself and Kevin Hart, we are exec producing a very big show that I can't tell you about, and I can't tell you what network it's on, but it's really special. I'm playing at some point God, I can't tell you about some of these. But there's a whole bunch of stuff in the oven right now that I'm so proud of. That is coming, and there's so much more music because I made music forever, and then I never put it out. So now the music is finally coming out. So it'll feel like I'm doing the music presently, but it's been done for years. Yeah.
Talk to Kenyans, your fans of Power, and all the work, the good work that you do. Send a message to them, please.
I'll start with all the good work that you guys do. I have learned while being here that you guys think in a very broad way, very macro. No matter whether the world tells you you don't, you guys think super macro. And I know because of the questions that you ask. You see me in a light of that which sometimes I forget to see myself as, because in America, I'm around fellow me's who are still fighting to understand their identity because we are African American, and there at times lies the conundrum or the confusion. You African brethren and sister and fan base, you have absolutely given me permission to fly even higher than I believed that I was able to fly. So I'm giving you your roses, and I'm asking you back to accept my challenge and saying that if you have a dream, do not just sleep. Wake up, put that dream to action, figure out what you need to do to make that dream become a reality, and go be great so that you can be sitting in my seat being interviewed one day. I believe in all of y'all. And I don't care how little you have, I don't care how much you have, I believe in all of your ability to become super special. Just be special. Thank you all for being special in terms of your fanship. It's been amazing.
Yes.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you so much. Asante sana. That is impartial for you. We are out.
Out. Peace.